Good morning. Happy Friday to anyone who's still working a normal job. I know this is the time of the week you look forward to. As a trader, not so much, but we're still going to make the most of today. It's going to be a good day here. Friday the 17th. Thank goodness it's not 13th. So things are setting up quite nicely here on gold. Let's first look at the news. So we had basically some JPY news earlier this morning, and we have a press conference coming up in 34 minutes at 8:30. So for GJ, right now we're going to sit on our hands and wait for that press conference, but looks like we may move up to fill this wick that we created on the previous 4 hour. I just need to see a bottom wick on this 4 hour here. So what I was thinking was we basically formed a minor support here, thinking maybe we get a fake out of this support, we pull back a bit lower, get that wick on the 4 hour, and then expecting to see something like this. Price pulls down a bit further, and then we start to move up. But it all depends on what's happening at that press conference, so kind of just have to see how price is reacting to that. May even leave GJ alone for the morning, in fact. No point in trading the news if you have a better setup somewhere else. So here on gold, this is also looking pretty good. So our daily candle has no top wick. Yesterday we were very bullish. Okay. So waiting for a support to form on the lower time frames, and look at that. Got it. We've got our support right over here. Perfect confirmation candle. The only reason I wouldn't have entered right now or at the beginning of this hourly candle was it was the 4 hour open as well. Got no real bottom wick here on a 4 hour. We do have a support on a 4 hour formed here basically, but in order for us to really drive up here, I want to see a bottom wick first, maybe even tap back into this 4 hours, this 1 hour support. So maybe 1842, 500. How's it, Ian? Thank you, brother. Yes, big things to come, man. I see you've been here quite a lot, so I'm sure you've seen some of the unnecessary losses. But I'm managing these losses and I'm learning, I'm getting more and more patient. I've been consistent before the stream, and the stream is definitely a little bit more pressure. I think the first week was just fire, like I came in hot, and then I don't know what it was. Markets were a little bit funky for some time, but maybe it was also me, eh? I can't really just blame the market. So had a few slow weeks here, but we are picking things up here. Still taking some losses, but managing these losses. At the end of the day, win rate doesn't mean too much. It's more about how you are managing your losses, and yeah. So I don't know if you watched the video from yesterday. Let's have a look here. This, how to succeed in Forex trading. So had a troll on the stream yesterday saying you're trading against the trend, you're gonna get stopped out. Anyway, I was in a sell, I secured 10 pips. And you know what I did? Later in the day, or later in the morning, had another confirmation for sells. So sold some of this move here, secured 10 pips. Price did push up, alright? And on that confirmation there, got involved on a sell quarter 120 pips, correcting this move from yesterday. So if you were on the stream yesterday, you could just possibly have taken that information and caught that sell yourself. It was a little bit later in the day, just after Asian close, but I knew the opportunity was there. I knew that that move was coming. I knew there was a very high probability we would correct this move from yesterday. And you know what? Once we corrected that move, that is when you can start taking buys. Nice buy opportunities up here. So yeah, anyway, it's a new day. Looking right over here, in this area we've created somewhat of a resistance. Okay, so either want to see price push back into the support here, we form a, well, basically respect this support on a lower time frame, maybe get a 15-minute closure back on support here, otherwise a buy above this resistance here. And then, I mean, since your daily candle has no top wick, this is your next resistance on the lower time frame. We'll be targeting 1856,800. You also got to be aware of this level right here. Okay, you can see our price rejected there yesterday. Thinking of buying gold as it breaks 1847,3. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well. Sounds very good. Yeah, sounds good. I maybe just want to see a 30-minute closure. You see these previous 30 minutes? These were basically like rejection candles, forming a resistance here. So I want to see a bullish closure basically above this resistance to confirm that we should start to move up. Can have stops below this candle once we do. And really, no sells here for gold today. Yeah, for GJ, we just have to wait, really. Just have to wait. We do have a resistance up here. And once we break this resistance, we should then basically fill this wick from the 4-hour. That is the idea here. Can't really say too much about GJ. We are bullish. But, you know, if this wick is a rejection, maybe we pull back a little bit further here. Like I say, I would like to see a support formed for price to drive up, but I don't know, man. With news, anything could happen. Looks pretty bullish here on the daily. We've created support to possibly drive back up to the highs. I'm pretty sure I did a breakdown of this in the beginning of the week. Yeah, I did. Said price would drive back down into this range. Possibly drive back up. That's crazy. Anyway. So yeah, GJ for right now. Honestly, can't say too much. Just have to wait for that news. And we are waiting for a. I'd really like to see a 30-minute candle closure. Yeah. Like to see a bullish 30-minute candle closure. I reckon at this point, even if we just break this wick here on the previous hourly, we should begin to drive up, and you'd be safe with stops below this current hourly candle. But I'm going to take it slow here. I'm rather just going to wait for the closure. 100 pip up in Asian session. What, on GJ or gold? Ian, where are you from that you're trading Asian session? For me, Asian session is like 1 in the morning. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, so it must be pretty much an ideal session time for you. Because, yeah, my time is basically an hour ahead of London. So it's like London Open is at like 9 for me. Ian, you're going on my Instagram. I screenshotted the chat where you said this channel is a hidden treasure. I hope you don't mind, but I think the people should know. Where I'm from, and there's so many like scammers and people selling signals and all that rubbish. So we need a little bit of a change this side. You need the Roger Banks's controller FX, you know. We don't have that this side. People don't know of those guys. Good morning, everyone just joining. I hope you're having a brilliant morning. Please leave a like on the stream. We are currently just waiting for our gold trade here to set up, waiting for buys. So either waiting for price to push down into the support here at 1842.300 or a break of resistance at 1847.300. Thanks Ian, appreciate the Facebook follow. You know, when Drake releases an album, it should be a good day. But he dropped an album this morning and it's absolutely horrible. Definitely looks like we'll push back down to support here. In fact, sorry about that. Yeah, this whole search engine optimization, I'm learning more and more about it. Um, I'm trying my best. I'm not entirely sure how to optimize a YouTube search, but what I've been doing is, like you can see in the name of the title, I'm adding all like things that may be searched for that day. Live Forex trading London session. The pairs that I'm trading or people might be interested in. The big news event for that day. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it also takes some more like activity or interaction with your page. So, the more your page is interacted with, the more the algorithm suggests your videos to viewers who would be interested. I'm pushing it on my social media, but the thing is, a lot of the people that follow me followed me before I even started trading, so they're not necessarily interested in the whole trading thing. Still building up that, what do you call it? Client base of people interested in trading. It takes time. I know this guy running quite a nice Instagram page from South Africa. What's it? Traders Room SA. Pretty nice page. I'm gonna see if he can give me some promo there for the live stream. Like I say, I also want to change the community in my own country a little bit. Yeah, Nico, I'll see you at 12. Gonna tell Kaylin to cook me some chicken and rice now. Okay, right here is your 4-hour candle high. What I'm thinking of doing is putting a buy stop on the break of the 4-hour candle, previous 4-hour candle high. At that point, we should begin to move up here. We formed our support on an hourly time frame. And all in all, we are pretty bullish here. Your daily's driven straight down with no top wick. In fact, this daily has pushed down really hard. 150 pips. Pretty much just, I suppose, a pullback in this bullish move. So now we've got our support to drive back up to the highs, possibly even further up. Maybe even have a swing trade on your hands here. About 90 pips back up to the highs. Targeting, let's say, like 1870. Shot, Nico. Yeah, I'll see you later. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to place a bar stop on the break of the 4-hour high. Got my bar stop at 1847 900. Stop loss at 1844 440. About a 35 pip stop. Like I say, always just be aware of your spreads on your broker, your different prices on your broker. On TradingView, yeah, I got my stop loss at 1844 400. On my broker, I'm gonna have it at 1844 200. That press conference for JPY is coming up now in 4 minutes. But I much prefer the setup here on gold. It's pretty clean, and yeah, I mean, why risk trading the news when you got a clean setup here? If we pull back and break these lows, I will delete the bar stop. Moving up, and we are about to close. 2 minutes. Could even have the bar stop on the break of these highs, but it's only a couple pips away for the 4-hour highs, so I'll rather leave my bar stop at that level. That's just an extra confirmation. Two minutes. Are you ready? 16 seconds here for the 30-minute candle closure. 10 seconds. It'll be interesting to see what GJ does here with the press conference. Okay, nice strong closure. So, looks really good right now. I'd like to see a little bit of a wick down before we get into the no top wick on my broker. Who is your mentor? Myself. loading up quite nicely. So I think at this point, if we do break this previous candle high, we should move up. Thinking about moving these buy stops lower. But let's just be patient here. Might even just break these lows to drive further down to support. And then at that point, you just have to wait for another confirmation. But we've basically got a support over here on the 15 and 30 minute. So as price taps into that level, if we reject and begin driving up, then this should be the wick for the 30-minute candle. About to do some crazy shit. Right, so I'm going to execute a buy here with very low risk. Anticipating that candle to flip and drive up. But don't mind what I'm doing. The best entry will be on the break of that high. I don't want to call out a trade that I don't have complete confidence in. Trying something new here. As long as you've got your bar stop there, you may get slipped. But this 30-minute drove down pretty hard and it's pushing back up now. So it looks like this could be just to collect liquidity to drive up. Yeah, maybe not. Are you guys ready? Are you guys keen? Just closed out that smart ass entry. Wanna wait for a break of the highs here. If we respect the support, we should see price then break these highs if we do move back up. But if we break the support, there's a very high probability we move back down to 1842 200. So just have to be patient here. Got our buy stop in at 1847 900. Moving up nicely here. As soon as we break these highs, it's gone. We've got 3 minutes here for the 15-minute candle. If we don't get a move up in the last 15 minutes, then it's going to be better to wait for the hourly candle closure. GJ pulled down now from that news. So your previous 15-minute here was bullish on support. We wicked down quite heavily. I reckon if we break the current candle high, we should push up quite nicely on GJ. But it's going to be pretty volatile. Let's just wait for gold here. So investing.com is quite good. Sometimes when Forex Factory doesn't have a time here, investing.com will so you got your wick on the 4-hour now. If this 4-hour flips bullish, it's a high probability we drive up and fill this previous 4-hour wick. Well, gold closed obviously just back in a small range here. We are respecting support, but we are still below resistance. But we've got this bullish structure starting to form here. Had a strong bullish closure on the previous 30-minute, and your current 30-minute is still open, so we could still see this price push up here. Just ranging on the low time frames. 30-minute looks so good. Tapping back into that support area. Tapping into the previous 15-minute low. Are we going to respect that level? Or are we going to drive up? I think I should just note here we have a bar stop at 1847. If you want bars on the 9 o'clock candle, we're going to have to see some movement up here, because right now your hourly is sitting bearish. GJ flipped. Maybe on this hourly close on GJ. Got bars above this resistance. I think as soon as we break these highs though, price is just going to skyrocket. And the issue is now, where are we putting our stop? So I want to wait for that hourly closure here on GJ. Spoke about getting involved on the flip, but the thing is the stop loss would have been 60 pips. Yeah. Looks like we are respecting the previous 30-minute low. Okay, so buy stops on gold at 1847,900. Your stop loss is going to be at 1844,400 or 1844,200, depending on your broker. Let's just have a look here at GJ, how we closing on the hourly. I don't know about GJ. It looks good. I don't see any entry opportunity right now. I don't know where your stop loss will be. Let's see, if we close in this range, that's okay too, because then your 4 hour now has a bottom wick to fill the previous wick, okay? And if it breaks its own high, which on an hourly is obviously this level here, then we should fill that wick. So if we get a bullish closure here, your next candle, let's say, wicks down into support, and then drives up and breaks the highs, that'll be fine. And then we can be looking at more like a 30 to 40 pip stop, which is still pretty big, but it's a little bit better. So that's what I want to see here on GJ. If I'm going to be taking any buys at all, otherwise going to stay away from it. Two minutes. Okay, so just want to see some sort of wick down here, and then we can have a, I guess that's okay, buy stop on the break of these highs right here. Right, buy stop at 164,970. Okay, so gold, yeah, closed bearish here on the hourly, but looks like we pushed straight down. Got no top wick here. Let's see how we're gonna flip and drive up. 15-minute kind of closed on support. So we're gonna delete these bar stops and gonna wait for price to tap into support here, see what happens. On gold here, it looks like your new hourly candle opened with no top wick, but on my broker, the previous hourly has no bottom wick. So, you know, whichever way you want to see it, that this candle has now created a bottom wick, and we should drive up and create that top wick and potentially see price drive further up here, because we do still have, you know, this bullish confirmation candle here to drive further up. I'm just thinking out loud here. And then on my broker, since the previous hourly candle closed with no bottom wick, that's a pretty much 50-50 for the next candle to drive up. But we have to wait here, probably wait for bullish 30 minutes, probably wait for a break above resistance here. every time this candle drives further down, our stop loss for this buy stop is getting bigger. But we have tapped into this support. So right now you should see price push up. Take profit for this trade is at 165,440. I'm gonna be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, looks like our GJ bar stop has triggered in here. Gold has now tapped into that support. Are we gonna see this thing just absolutely reject and skyrocket, or are we gonna push lower? Yeah, GJ looks good. Could potentially have runners even, but I don't know, man. It's a Friday. Kinda want to get in and get out, but I don't see why we couldn't push up to that resistance right there. Have a look at gold. Sheesh. Pushing up over that support with a vengeance. So yeah, the current 4 hour has broken its own high and now should fill the previous 4 hour wick. So far so good, we've broken these highs here as well. So now you've really got clean traffic looking left. You're on a 15 minutes. Your 15-minute candle is about to close. Closing just about in the middle of this range here, so we should see price push up. We are closing above resistance. So yeah, obviously on the new 15-minute we will see a bit of a wick down. You know, we could tap back into 164,900 before driving up here. Still looks good. We closed above resistance. There is volume here. We've just had news. And yeah, news pushed price down, grabbed liquidity, and we created support here. Had a nice strong candle, closed above resistance. This is pretty much just what you want to see. Once this candle breaks the previous high, yeah, it's gone. Man, tricky one on gold here. Not going to take a 5-minute candle as a confirmation, but definitely tapped strong into that support. We're rejecting now. So yeah, just going to wait for a closure above resistance. At this point, we're pushing up nicely. We are in clear air here. Sitting at maybe 20 pips or so of profit. So stops are going to go to break even right now. If we do pull back, we're going to break this current candle low. So what's the point of risking that? Looking really beautiful here. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to close out half right here. Since stops are at break even, man, never mind. I'm just going to let it run. Because I got my TP right up here. Okay, nope, I'm closing off. I'm not playing this game. Just keep in mind this is TP1. TP2 is at 165,880. Closed out 30 pips here. good. Not a Freaky Friday today, no ways. Lovely Ian, I'm so glad someone is making money here today, other than myself. Okay, I'm gonna secure another 25% right here. Right, so at this point, I've got a little bit of a runner left, and do have a final target up here. Got a lot of momentum with news, so I'm gonna hold this run and stop so I break even. TP at, you know what? I've got my TP at 850. Let's put it at this wick to fill this wick at 165, 700. I think that's reasonable enough. Feeling like it's one of those scenarios you shouldn't even put a put a TP. We might just rip up here. Oh my word. Gold. Gold, gold. It's really tempting right now. Pulling back up. Your 30-minute is about to close bullish here, so we could have some sort of entry opportunity. Oh, the new TP hit. Thanks, Ian. Thanks, brother. Lovely stuff here on a Friday. Finishing the week strong. So we're about to hit our 72 pip TP. Let's go. Let's go. It's been a crazy week here on the stream. Crazy week, especially if you join FOMC. That FOMC stream was something quite special. Hey, Adolf. Currently don't have a Discord channel. I'm busy working on my course and my website. So, when I was meant to release that course today, but actually had a really bad headache yesterday, like a migraine. So I just I had to relax yesterday. I think that guy from the stream yesterday gave me a headache, so yeah, I'm gonna try get as much done as I can today. And yeah, once I got the ball rolling with the website and the course, yeah, I'll work on the membership or Discord group, whatever. Really appreciate the support, guys. You know, the stream is, it's like, it's the one thing you can't fake in trading. And I'm being extremely transparent here with everything I'm doing. So I'll tell you guys straight, I saw Roger Banks doing this in the beginning, and that's where I learned pretty much everything. I learned the basics here and there, learning on the internet, some YouTube videos here and there. But that's where I learned to trade. That's where I learned to manage risk, how to identify trades. It was all from Roger's live stream. You can learn so much from a live stream. Since there's only a few of you on here, okay, nah, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, you can learn so much from a live stream. And you know what? When I would watch that live stream, I wouldn't even watch it live. I'd be at work when Roger was streaming. I would get home and I would rewatch that whole 2 hour live stream. Couldn't take the trades because it's after the fact. So I'm just sitting there learning. And I'm telling you, man, that is powerful. Okay. Let's see. 30-minute is about to close. Let's have a look at gold. Strong rejection off of that support. Yeah, I'm liking gold a lot here. It's a really, really clean setup. The 4 hour now has a nice bottom wick. If we do break the previous 4 hour high, we should see some movement up here. Your daily candle has no top wick. We are clearly pretty bullish at this point in time. And this TP is gonna get hit. I'm telling you. This TP is about to get hit so hard it's gonna cry. Closed on resistance. So yeah, it looks like we're correcting this move now. But you got no top wick and we've driven straight down. Possibly just grabbing some liquidity to continue up. Got stops at break even on this trade, already closed most of it. So let's have a look at gold. Oh, close on the 30-minute no top wick. Still in the range. Yeah, man, that's tricky. I want to place a bar stop from the original idea here, above the previous 4 hour wick, which was here. But I kind of want to see a wick down. So if I had to place my bar stop, I would place it at 1847, 900, or 1847, 920. Your stop would be, it's probably below this 30-minute support here. Looking at about a 30 pip stop. GJ. Check at him go. Let's see if we get a nice wick down here on this 30 minute, and then as we break these highs, maybe we place our buy stop. So that TP1 that was hit, we secured 47, 46, 47 pips. $18.47.9.92 bar stop. Okay, so we're gonna get activated right here. Hey, shit. Market execution. Bars right here. Stop loss at 18.44.380. So we're not going to place it all the way below this candle here or below the wick. It's just too big of a stop loss. But looking at this 15-minute support, this area here, basically putting the stop loss below this wick. Okay, we shouldn't drive all that way down, and if we break this current candle low, we can manage risk. So we shouldn't have to take such a big stop loss here, but pretty high probability trade. We had this very bullish candle, alright. We had a time of low volume leading up to London Open. London Open, we wicked down into that support, and we've now broken these highs. We've got clean traffic to 18.51.400, and yeah, should be pretty clean. $35 pips stop. Your first target is also about 35 pips away. Yeah, not a bad idea to wait for the 15-minute candle close. Just got some higher time frame confirmations here. Break above the 4-hour, break above these hourly wicks. We might rip up, so I've entered pretty much with a impulse entry, I guess you could say. Ooh, GJ's pulled down quite a bit. Yeah, but at least we've secured nearly 50 pips here on GJ, so that's just fine. I've had quite a strong push, so yeah, maybe we get some, maybe price just sits here for a minute, and then maybe 10 o'clock we move up. I was expecting a little bit more volume on the breaks of those highs. Could it be? Could it be? I think this level's better here at 1851 flat, where we will secure holding winners as well. But you need to find a balance. It comes with experience to know when to hold a winner and when to secure profit. Like, it's, you need to be objective in trading, but I do believe there is some level of intuition. It comes with experience, knowing when to close a trade. But yeah, man, I guess you never really know. You just got to manage risk. And I feel like closing or securing profit is a big part of risk management, because that profit that's sitting there is yours. You can close the trade whenever you want. If you let it run into a loss, you didn't manage your risk. Even if you hit break even and you walk away with absolutely nothing after being in profit, you didn't manage your risk. That's just my perspective on securing positions, securing profits. But you've got to find a balance. Got to be able to spot those opportunities where you need to leave a runner, or hold your trade a bit longer. What's going on here? We've got this level here on the hourly I don't really like. Gonna give it a couple seconds here. guess that thing of securing profit and, letting runners run also depends on the situation. Like today, we've already had a really nice trade on GJ. So, in this situation, I may as well just manage this aggressively. I think if we re-break the high, if we re-break this high, I'll move stops to break even. Your 15-minute candle is about to close in just less than 2 minutes. The 15-minute looks like it's going to close strong here. So I'm not going to do anything yet, because obviously this 15-minute could form a wick, a bottom wick. Maybe it'll just drive straight up. Alright, strong closure there on the 15. Okay, so as we move up into 1851, I'll be closing half here. Already had a nice trade on GJ. And I'm going to move stops to break even. Let the rest run. Alright, so I'm going to close half right here. We're pulling back down. Could get a steeper wick on this candle. So I just want to, like I say, manage risk. Secure some position. It's a Friday here. After taking that GJ trade, I didn't even want to get involved in gold, but it just was so clean. So I secured about 12 pips there. Shot Finsbury. How's it, boyki? Had two nice trades today, Vince. I don't know if you've been watching for some time. Okay, as this candle flips bullish again, there it goes. Probably gonna put stops at break even right here. Man, it looks so good. But you gotta take what you get. I'm not personally not willing to risk what I've made right now this morning. Although it's been a good week. Yeah, I'm gonna let it run. I've closed out half already anyway. Your new hourly is about to open, and I mean, look how strong that previous or this current hourly candle is looking right now. We've got 10 minutes. So just be brave. Should mirror this candle here, this 15-minute candle, up into 1851. And yeah, if we have enough volume, we could definitely push up to 1856, 850. That's our final target here for gold today. Secured 30 pips, or secured half at 30 pips, secured. Oh no, I'm lying, that's the stop loss. Oh, stop loss on GJ was below this candle here. 36 pips. Secured half at 30. Closed full at 47. Gold. Secured half at 12. Ian, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. That daily flip should come in York session most probably, and then it's off to the races. I don't know, there's been a lot of volatility this week. It's been an amazing week. I definitely could see us pushing up to 1870 with the current volume in the market. And yeah, I think if that daily flip comes in NY, we should definitely see a nice push here. It's about 150 pips off the daily flip to 1870. A lot of movement to be made here, but look at these candles, man. I was thinking to myself this week, like at this point I only want to trade when they're raising, when they're doing interest rates and FOMC. Like the whole week is just volume, volume, volume. It makes such a difference. This trading style does rely quite heavily on volume, and you know, if you basically planning a trade or anticipating a trade when there should be volume and then it doesn't kick in, that's generally when you'll have those losing or maybe break even trades. Where was it yesterday? Like yesterday at London Open, this was basically the move here that it caught down about 10 pips or so I secured. Anticipating us to correct the push up from the FOMC press conference, and I did a video on it. If you do want to go see that video, I posted it yesterday, how to find success in Forex trading, and you can see in that video I broke down why this move eventually happened. But the thing is, like I say, you know, London Open, you would expect that volume to come in and correct this move, but it just never came in. So I managed to secure 10 pips, but of course the trade didn't work out as planned. But it was a winning trade regardless, and yeah, that move definitely played out as planned eventually. We've had quite a bit of movement already here from London Open. I don't know, I just have a feeling this 4-hour candle is going to close something like this. And then your next 4-hour candle, we rock it up. We'll see now on the hourly close if there's still any volume here. are closing nice and bullish. I want to see the hourly candle close above this level here. So yeah, you can see this level on an hourly at 1848 is like a support on hourly, which we've broken above. Let's see if we close above there. If we do, there's a very high probability we push up to 1851. Yeah, 1848. Come on, former support. Pull through for the boys. So I've left my stop loss down at 1844 400. However, if we do break the previous candle low, I'll close a little bit more of this position. Okay, well, our hourly closed just where we wanted. Let's see. Alright, so we had a strong bullish hourly candle closure here. We're gonna drive down now and form this bottom wick. Where we'll form that bottom wick, who knows? Maybe it'll be into this area here. Looks like it could be so. Looks like it. Yeah, so we could form that wick there in that area. We could pull back down to 1847, or we could even pull back down to 1845. Well done, Ian. Great day. Thank you for joining again. I'll see you next week, man. Have a have a lovely weekend. Yeah, looks like we're about to move. Yeah. Yeah, we should definitely push up into 1851 now if we break this high. And then already closed half, so as we break this high, yeah, I'm gonna move stops to break even. So yeah, now you've got a risk-free trade. May as well leave this to run to our take profit here, or hit break even, whichever comes first. Oh no, what? It flies. Oh yes, baby. Nice, man. Yeah, nothing wrong with securing some pips right here. Well done, Adolf. Starting our weekend off the right way. Catching some pips. Let's move up, boys. Let's move up. So on GJ, yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna analyze for another trade here, but close above resistance on the hourly, driving back down. Maybe a tap into support to then drive up, fill these wicks once again. Let's see what's going on here. So looks like we're moving back to break even right here. Let's see. 5-minute closed bullish with a wick to fill. Very close to break even. Keep in mind what level we're tapping into here. The support area from the hourly. And like I say, your previous 5-minute was bullish, so if you want to take that as a confirmation candle to continue up, we've now pushed into support. Flipping bullish, we should fill this wick. But don't worry about the 5-minute too much right here. If we close with a nice strong bullish candle here, breaking the highs of this previous, weak bearish candle, looks good to drive up. Looking on an hourly, this level here is quite minor at 1850, although I suppose 1850 is one of those psychological levels, if you want to call it, and we've tapped into that level. I didn't think about that, but it's not something you really need to think about too much. Sometimes price will react to those areas, sometimes it won't. You need to be looking at actual structure of the most recent price. $15-minute closure like that looks beautiful. Can we close above 1851? Got a few seconds here. Okay, close nice and bullish, but we are at this resistance. I don't know, I prefer this resistance up here at 1851. Feel like it makes more sense. Still think we will push up a little bit more here. You see this candle's push straight down with no top wick. It's setting up quite nicely to continue moving up, creating that bottom wick to then drive up and break these highs. Once we break this high, if there's still enough volume here, we should just continue pushing. I think we need to break 1852. Yeah, once you break 1852, it should be smooth sailing. Ooh, we got a Fed Chair Powell speech later today. Forgot about that. So yeah, maybe things slow down until later, but I definitely see this daily candle flipping. So I do see price driving up to 1856 sometime today. Whether it come now as we move into Asian session close or New York session, I think we will tap into 1856. It's a pretty high probability move. All the time frames are lining up to move in that direction right now. Very high probability we create a top wick on this daily candle. Got a support formed right now, and we are driving up. This 15-minute is taking its time. So yeah, I think as we break the highs here, we're either gonna rock it up or volume just gonna die down. So far, let's tally up the week. Had some unnecessary losses and had some unnecessarily big ones. So alright, so -20 plus 47 plus 50 minus 17 minus 27 16 plus 90 minus 25 minus 37 plus 150 plus 10 plus 74. 74. Sorry, this trade was 47 pips. Was it? Yeah. So even with quite a bunch of losses here, keeping those losses as small as possible, having some really decent runners as well. Yeah, we walked away with 252 pips right now. I haven't added these 12 pips yet. So let's just see how this trade goes on gold. Back in business, baby. Yeah, I think this candle is about to make its move. Let's see him go. Your 30-minute is about to close. Let's see. I hope we get a nice push and close above 1851 or even 1852. Because if we close above those levels, yeah, we should hit TP, maybe Asian close as that volume comes in. So let's see. I don't want to sit here all day and watch a run and play out, so I need to head off soon. Alright, well, we flipped there on the 15 minutes. Got 2 minutes here. Are we going to drive up a little bit more? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a day here on the stream. Your 30-minute is about to close. Just looking here at your 5 minutes, you know, we had a lot of momentum. Just struggled at this point at 1850 for some time. Looks like we're gonna pull back a little bit here. Your 30-minute is still closing bullish, so you know, maybe we just get a little bit of a wick down and then we continue to drive up here. But like I say, I can't sit here all day and watch a run and play out. Closed half already, stops at break even. Had a beautiful trade on GJ already today. So as of right now, that brings the total for the week to 264 pips. Like I say, just too many losses. Too many losses, but it's been a pretty pretty crazy week with volume and volatility here from the news. So we've had some really nice movement, been able to catch some nice moves from Monday. So yeah, great way to end the week here. Oh, pushed up a little bit more there. But yeah, he's sitting quite close to a resistance here. So just gotta be careful. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I always appreciate it, and I would appreciate it even more if you left a like. And yeah, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm sure next week will also be a brilliant week. Cheers everyone.